Well, hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. I'm Fiona Langsharp, IBCLC Director of Communications and one of the MCs here at Gold Learning. Welcome to all of you joining us here today. I feel like I'm smiling from ear to ear, and the reason being is because I've just been talking to this wonderful person sitting next to me right now on your screen, who we're going to come back to in just a minute and talk a little bit more. But I do want to let you know, of course, we're going to be sharing a little bit about our latest in lactation symposium, which is coming up really soon. And that's what it's all about today. So you can find all the details on our website, of course, at goldlearning.com. It's coming up pretty soon here on October 25th and 26th. But do check out all the time zones. It's going to be over 2 days, 3 presentations each day. So it'll give you lots of opportunity to come in and listen live. You know, when we love it when you come live, because it means that you'll have an opportunity, of course, to share in your experience and collaborate with the folks here. However, I will say it's always recorded, so you'll be able to listen to the recorded version as well. And we have the forums exclusively for all of our attendees. So a great opportunity to also work within those parameters too. Well, without any further ado, I think I've kept you waiting long enough. We've got Karen Laing, who is here with us today, is going to be speaking at the next symposium, Latest in Lactation. Karen's going to be talking about centered in healing, embodying healing informed care. So I can't wait to hear more about that. But Karen, welcome. It's so good to have you here today.
Thank you. It's just lovely. We've always had good conversations, and I appreciate that even in our quick exchanges. So
yes, thank you so much. Yeah. So Karen, if you wouldn't mind, why don't you tell folks, first of all, where you are in the world and what you do, a little bit about what you do.
Yes, absolutely. So I am in Madison, Wisconsin, also known as Ho Chunk Land, and just nestled in the Midwest of the United States. And I am the founder and CEO of Birthways, which is an organization that has been supporting families with doula services and perinatal support and lactation resources, all of those really rich and important, I think, sources of maternal support and advocacy. And my other concurrent passion and growth path has been thinking about mindfulness and caregiving. So I know that we all know that presence of someone who walks into the room when we're in labor or when we're struggling with a breastfeeding challenge, and we instantly know if we feel safe or not, right? And many of the practitioners who want to be that safe presence, I find still we have to find ways to take care of ourselves so that we can actually embody that quality that we hope to bring. And after working with all these advocates and people who are the sort of maternal health champions, I also have worked with healthcare professionals within the system, physicians and other practitioners throughout the life spectrum, recognizing that we truly can always go deeper with our personhood as it comes to creating a caring and helpful and beneficial relationship. So
absolutely, yeah. I've had the opportunity, of course, to sit with you today as we were sort of getting ready for this event. So, and it's been a wonderful time. It made work seem really easy today. And thank you for that. But for those of you who are listening in, I just want to share that when Karen and I were talking today and sort of, getting to know what's going to be coming up at the presentation, which I do believe that you're going to love. Everyone's going to love this presentation because I think for you, Karen, you actually look at things a little bit differently. I've been to a lot of mindfulness-based things before, and I love the idea of it. I wouldn't say that I'm great at it, but there were things that you drew upon myself today that really even a shift in thinking of, oh yes, I did something today that was quite mindful, you know, and so, and we can talk more about that at the event,
Yeah.
but it, you know, it's so interesting. So thank you for having that different lens. And for those of you who are not quite sure what I'm talking about, I think you really need to come and listen to Karen talk about that, because I think in this respect, this presentation is going to be so helpful for the individual, the care provider. And I think, you know, I'm always trying to find better ways, more inclusive ways of supporting my clients and understanding what they're going through. And that's how this seems to be speaking to me, Karen. So thank you. I really appreciate that. And I hope that you're going to take us on a bit of that journey. I feel like you already
Yeah.
started, you know, but that's what I'm sensing.
Oh, well, thank you. And you know, it's a journey that I'm on, right? So I started in caregiving roles at the same time that I was introduced to mindfulness meditation, and so I've had that wonderful journey that's been hand in hand. And in my very early mentoring, or the people who mentored me in those early days, we were right out of the gate thinking about the act of caregiving as a mindfulness practice. And we can have a meditation practice that helps us to develop the neural pathways of awareness, right? The more that we practice in a quiet room with few distractions, holding a particular posture, it absolutely helps us to strengthen that capacity to come back to the present moment in other aspects of our day. And what I have found to be very beneficial is that there's many entry points into developing a more mindful and fully present and embodied way of going about our lives. And I like to speak about embodiment because mindfulness doesn't quite capture it. I think it's about coming into our bodies. And in caregiving, we have a relationship. I am in a space with you, and whether we acknowledge it or not, our bodies are speaking to one another. My state of regulation, my central nervous system, my vagus nerve is in relationship to yours. And work around trauma has told us how important that is, that the people who are doing deep work around trauma healing need to do the inner work to be a regulated and safe body that is able to read as a safe presence to another person. So when I teach mindfulness, I teach mindfulness of one's own experience and mindfulness of other experience and mindfulness of the relationship between those two elements. We are beings going about in constant interactivity with one another. And just like we know without a doubt when our partners come home if they've had a bad day, or if our children have had a joyful moment at school, we read it before they've said a word. And so many of us in healing professions are so focused on the other that we tend to neglect this body that we're in as the ground for anything that truly can be healing and beneficial.
Oh,
so
that speaks to me. Yes, we're the ground. For sure, for
Yes.
sure. Well, Karen,
Mm.
I honestly can't wait. Visually your presentation is beautiful. So I'm just going to tease
Mm.
everybody. It's beautiful. There are some real things happening with you on your journey, and I know that it'll be wonderful to connect with you again at our latest in lactation. I know that we're all very mindful in what we do at our work, and I know that we, through our own journeys and our own healing, that's the best we can be when we're looking at ourselves. So it'll be a great opportunity, and I know that you're going to be collaborating a little bit as well. I know you're going to be asking the audience to participate and
Yes.
share some thoughts too. So that is going to be wonderful. Thank you, my friend. Thank you
Yes.
so
Oh,
much for being here
thank you.
today and sharing. It's just wonderful hearing from you.
Thank you.
And to all of our viewers, I hope you take this opportunity right now. Pop over to the website. You can check out all the information about this presentation and all the wonderful presentations coming up at our latest in lactation, October 25, 26, coming up really soon. And we'll look forward to seeing all of you there. But have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Mm.